The music in this game is absolutely gorgeous as well. I submitted hundreds of bug reports. I told that idiot that this would happen. Overlapping scripts. More than one AI was bound to be spawned into an environment at some point. Turns out I missed the point. That little error changed everything. Alright,
Chris
so
took an immediate and deep dislike to the
Christopher,
skinny
but I
red
call him Chris.
rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
He is like one of my favorite characters, alright? Alright, so Chris is short, stubby, can't do anything, so he has to jump on top of poor little Thomas. This is Chris. Listen to his little bouncy noise. He's so cute and hateful, and I love him. Alright, so now that we have two guys, we have to get them both into their respective portals, I believe they're called. Chris, why are you over there?
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times.
No. See,
Well,
we can't get over that
actually,
with Thomas.
Not technically graceful, it's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
I love Chris so much. Also, this game is just plain old beautiful looking. The music is a little loud to me. I don't know if it is for you guys. Tell you what, I'm just gonna turn that down. Alright, everything looks like beautiful and minimalistic, and I love it, honestly. Oh, ow. Don't punch me. Maybe I'll make fan art for this game. It's just going to be shapes. There you go, little Chris. He's so fat and slow and mean, and I love him. Boop. And there you go, Thomas. Yay! I love this game so much. How many times have I said that? Like 500.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it. Which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him? Great, great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
He's so sarcastic. Chris is me. There we go. So you get a lot of characters by the end of this. I think 7 or 8, and it's hard to keep track of all of them, but that's part of the fun.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him.
Oop.
Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms. Sort of his point.
Yay, hardcore parkour. It's hard to remember all their names the further you get, but I'll try my hardest. The only one I remember is Chris and Laura, I believe is one of them.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred.
Why do you hate?
He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness.
Oh, actually, now I think about it,
That would be
Claire
fine.
is my absolute favorite.
But it was all the obvious
We meet her later.
observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot.
Don't call me a vaulting idiot. You're
He
just
hoped
mad
the
that
next
you can't
portal
jump
would
as far.
split them up, if only for a few levels.
I always kind of think of Thomas as, well, me, because he's basically the main character, but I hope this is the right way. Sheesh, Chris, what the heck? Ah, we both have to go there? Maybe Thomas has to go around. Yep, there you go. Oh, leap, good job. I love the shadows, like when you jump. That's awesome. Oh. Oh, who's this? Oh, this is, I don't remember his name.
John knew.
John.
He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
Oh, no, Chris, come on, nope, John, nope, Thomas, get over here, and Chris gets on, nope. Stand on the edge, nope, This is John.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things.
Little dot things?
Where did they come from, anyway?
So John jumps really high, I believe, which is useful, but I don't think I like his character that much. I mean, I love all the characters, just I have favorites. Sorry.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done.
I guess he thinks we're dots.
John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies.
Aw, how nice of John, even though he
You could
seems
tell
to dislike
from the
us.
sympathetic expression he'd practiced in the mirror all these years.
This game, oh, I think that's reverse theft. This game is highly story-based, so if you want spoilers, if you don't want spoilers, I don't suggest watching the series, but I mean, I think it's more of a game that you have to play for yourself, because the game mechanics, like the parkour and everything, it's nothing special really, because it's simple maneuvering, but just the story of this game is really what makes it awesome, worth it. Alright, there's John. Let's get little Chris over there, since Chris can't do much. He probably can't jump over this now. Alright, Thomas. And you can see in the bottom right corner, that's where we have all the things that we have so far. Not all the things, but all the characters that we have so far. So yeah, alright. I don't know if Thomas can jump over this, actually. No. Alright, Chris, come back here. I think there's, yeah, I need to learn which button to use, which way. Oh. Can't even jump over that with Chris? Maybe if, no, whatever. I need John. Alright, there we go. Go, Chris, go! Vroom, alright, we're almost done with this section. Alright, I think I got this.
John was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
John seems pretty full of himself. Not even necessarily full of himself, but I don't know. Oh, I think we have to bring him back over here, though. Dang it, John, why are you such a good jumper? Alright, come here. Gosh, I love this music so much. Alright, take it slow, one at a time. Come on, Chris, you're so useless. There we go. Oh, today is 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to everyone that lives in America. America. I don't know if this is the day that that's going out, but just a thought. And if you don't live in America, happy 4th of July anyways, because America's gonna try to shove it in your face. I mean, like, have you been on Tumblr recently? Speaking of Tumblr, I'm pretty sure there's a Tumblr link in my, YouTube banner, if you ever want to check that out. Tumblr's pretty swell. I post my art there that people don't really see. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a link to my DeviantArt. See, this just comes into kind of self-advertising. I don't know if Chris can make that. I think we need to make another tower. So as you can see, it's already getting a little more complicated, so when you have, like, all of the shapes, it gets pretty annoying. Alright, let's go Chris, and I think I could throw Thomas on there too.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one,
oh, come
Thomas,
on.
had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
Thomas applauds whenever John jumps. Thomas is, like, adorable, okay? I love him. Go, Chris. Alright. Maybe he can make that by himself. Oh, there you go. Good job, buddy. Alright, they're all up here. Now, Chris, jump. Thomas. That's basically my, narration of this game.
The angry orange one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
How could you not love Chris? It's like Car Cat from Homestuck. You gotta love the little angry ones. Oh. John, why are you so tall and helpful? John is like how I feel all the time, being a... Oh, come on. Being a tall girl. I'm like 5'6", 5'7", which, I mean, is relatively tall for my age, so I'll just be walking around and I'll be towering over everyone, and it's just like, oh, people are short. Can you jump there? Now. Yay! Go, Chris. So far, the game doesn't really have much of a story. We're just kind of messing around. There is those little notes about the AI, so if you couldn't tell, we're AI.
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing.
Oh, that's great.
John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph.
Nah, we're not really that lost. I also like how fast John zooms around. He's like, vroom.
Maybe that's what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance even more impressive. John liked the thought.
John is so full of himself.
To keep them.
He decided to keep them. Well, we're basically stuck with you. That was pretty easy.